Welcome to this basketball broadcast brought to you by WHOU and WFKT by Bowers Funeral Home, the County Federal Credit Union, TNT, Northern Maine Community College, Scoville Building Supply, FAP Body, United Insurance, J. McLaughlin Construction, Daigle Oil Company, Priority Auto Sales, Rick Hannigan Plumbing, Cushman & Sons, KVHC, County Ag and Turf, Holton Tire and Steelstone, Maine Equipment, Griffith Ford, Napa and Coastal Auto Parts, Pat's Pizza, Madigan Home Healthcare, Pioneer Times, Pioneer Broadband, Thompson & Hamill, Aroostook Limousines, Huber Engineered Woods, Jeans Electronics, County Physical Therapy, Katahdin Trust Company, White Smiles, Maine Baseball Academy, S.W. Collins, Nortrax, Herring Brothers. Now let's go down to the floor.
Orono, I think they had a 1-point loss in a 43-42 game, so that was a tough one, but looking to bounce back here today.
Yeah, no question about it. As we see this MDI team come in with a record of 2-4. Their last game was a loss to Orono on Monday. They lost, I should say, to Caribou, 66-46. It was Presque Isle who lost to Orono. So it was MDI with a 66-46 loss on Saturday at Caribou. But the record, again, 2-4 right now, currently the number 14 ranked team. Rob, that could change very quickly as the Hill Points at this point in the season, with only 6 games under their belt, could certainly change very quickly. And Coach Norwood talked about it at halftime of the last game. He's got a young team, and you've got to expect the fact that they'll get better throughout the season. Yeah,
absolutely. They played the Holton boys pretty tough for a long time in that early season game, and of course Presque Isle did too. Should be a good one.
And early on in this season, Jack DeCourt has been leading the team in scoring around 15 points a game. Porter Isaacs, good rebounder on the inside. He'll be a tough check on the interior. He averages about 11 rebounds a game. This team is deep, but again, they're still trying to figure out their rotation. We're going to see some of Caden Lunt. We'll see Brady Renault. We'll see Nate Philbrook, Charlie Parker. Both of the Merchants, Eric and Ethan, will both play lots of minutes here in this contest. And, for MDI, they're 2-4, but as Coach Norwood said, they've been in each of their games here so far. The only game they've really kind of been blown out, so to speak, was that 20-point loss up to Caribou. And, well, a lot of teams can say that that's happened to them when they face the Vikings.
Right, exactly. That team is a juggernaut when they get it going offensively, and we've seen them a couple times this year, and they've had it going. Just so many weapons with that team.
And then for Presque Isle, they come in with a record of 3-4. Coach Terry Cummings' club right now ranked number 10 in Class B. They're coming off a 43-42 loss on Monday at Orono. They've been led on the season by senior Caleb Wheaton and Malachi Cummings, each averaging right about 15 points a game. Wheaton, a great shooter. He can get hot from beyond the arc and kind of carry the team. But he's added a lot of muscle as well, Rob, and he's able to get into the paint as he drives. And between he and the freshman Cummings, they've kind of been the offense so far for Presque Isle.
Yep. Like I said before, the Presque Isle kids all play hard. They're not the biggest team, but they work really hard, and they've always played bigger than they are. Under Coach Cummings, they'll work very hard on the glass on both ends. We'll see what happens.
Xavier McAtee will be a strong interior presence here for Presque Isle. Sam Bollier and Nathan Willett round out the starting lineups, and we should expect to see a pretty good game. Both teams kind of in need of some heel point standings, as while it's early in the season, these are opportunities that you may not get later. Again, Class B boys quite deep, and both of these teams play a murderer's row type schedule. So you got to get the points when the opportunity presents itself. There's still 4.5 minutes left here on the clock in the J. McLaughlin Construction pregame show. We're going to take a 1-minute break, send it back to the station. When we come back, we'll have the starting lineups brought to you by the County Federal Credit Union. We'll also talk about upcoming games coming up here on WHOU. Don't go too far. We'll be back in 1 minute.
We all know Aroostook County winter isn't much fun, but it can be with the right equipment. Holton Tire Company at 76 Myrna Street is your boss plow dealer and carries the King of Snow Aaron snowblowers. Full service department with parts in stock. Steelstone Industries in Holton is your location for gravel, salt, sand, paving, and plowing. Groundwork materials of all kinds and equipment to move it. Steelstone Industries is your aggregate supplier. You can visit Steelstone Industries at 154 Steelstone Street in Holton. County Ag and Turf Supply is at its new home on 7 Dow Siding Road in Caribou, offering the same great service. Randy and Jerry are working hard to supply the county with the best products. They offer Blue Seal Feed, Sentinel, Inspire, and Dynasty and Triple Crown for your equine, Home Fresh Extra Egg and Multi-Flock Pellets, and Crumples and Mealworm for your poultry, Entrust Pet Food for your cat or dog, Minerals for your beef and dairy. They have feed for all your livestock. County Ag and Turf Supply also has wood pellets, lubricants, and of course, Willow the Blue Seal Rabbit on the premises. Stop by County Ag and Turf Supply today.
Welcome back to Presque Isle High School, getting ready for game number 2 here in this set on WHOU. Again, it was the Presque Isle girls in game number 1 with an exciting finish, pulling out a 41-39 victory over the MDI Lady Trojans. And as we now get ready for game number 2, again, it's 2 teams right now in need of some heel points. Presque Isle, the number 10 seed, currently MDI, the number 14 seed. Playing up right now on WHOU in Caribou. It was the Ellsworth girls, Caribou girls. Last check-in on the score we had, it was the Ellsworth girls by about 10, but that was still in the first half, so we'll see if we can get you a score. Tipping off at around 4 o'clock. Should be one of the most watched games of the season here on WHOU. Certainly a game a lot of folks are interested in. 2 of the very top teams. It's Ellsworth Caribou boys, as it's been really an impressive start for both of those teams, and we are now getting a score. It's 31-22, Ellsworth girls with the lead midway through the third quarter over Caribou. But Rob, that should be an exciting game on the boys' side.
Yeah, absolutely. Got the Curtis brothers for Ellsworth, 2 really, really good players and a great supporting cast. And of course, Caribou has been, like we said before, they've just been a really difficult team to defend all year long. Lots of weapons. Parker Depray leads the way, but lots of other kids who can score the ball as well. And it's going to be a fun game for sure.
And, of course, during this holiday week, we've still got more basketball. Tomorrow night, we'll be back at Alumni Gymnasium. Rob and I will be having the Stearns Holton girls game. Tip-off is at 7 o'clock, which means we'll be bringing you coverage starting somewhere around 6:45. Of course, the Alley girls, very impressive for the undefeated Stearns team. Holton, coming off a loss in their most recent game, could really stand to have some heel points in that one, Rob, is trying to right the ship a little bit after a loss. And then, of course, we're also going to have Foxcroft and Old Town boys tomorrow night. That game, our Bangor area crew is going to have. That game, too, will tip off somewhere around 7 p.m. So 6:45 will be when the coverage starts.
Yeah, that's a boatload of points potentially for the Lady Shires tomorrow night against Stearns. Stearns last I knew was 9-0, and difficult matchup for Holton. They've kind of struggled with them last year. I think they played them 3 times because they ended up playing them in the prelim game. And Alley girls are super players, but see what Coach Graham can come up with for a game plan and try to keep them in the game.
Class C girls very deep. There's a good Dexter team, a good PVHS team. Of course, Callis, and then Stearns. Right now kind of leading the pack with a few other teams, Central Aroostook and some others in the mix. About ready to take it over to Rich Ezzy, as he's going to have the starting lineups brought to you by the County Federal Credit Union. We're going to go ahead and take things over to Rich.
Number 10, Ethan Merchant. Number 20, Maddox Lorenzo. Number 24, Eric Merchant. Number 30, Charlie Parker. Number 40, Jeremy French. Number 42, Ray Weldon Webster. Number 44, Will Hodgson. The head coach for MDI is Justin Norwood. Assistant coaches Ryan Mastropolo, Kyle McKinn, Scott Morrow. Manager Ashton Lozano. And now let's meet the Presque Isle Wildcats. Injured player number 44, Connor Albertson. The reserves, number 10, Jude Mosier. Number 14, Ben Ryan. Number 20, Noah Urema. Number 22, Jacob Devine. Number 32, Noah Flynn. Number 34, Mason Fletcher. Number 42, Nathan Willett. coach for Presque Isle is Terry Cummings. Assistant coaches Greg Whitaker, Dave Whitaker, and Bill Durrett. Managers Abby Uriba and Michaela York. And now let's meet the starting lineups. For MDI, a junior, number 12, Brady Renault. And for Presque Isle, senior, number 12, Sam Bolger. For MDI, a junior, number 14, Caden Lunt. And for Presque Isle, senior, number 24, Caleb Wheaton. For MDI, senior, number 22, Jack DeCordy. And for Presque Isle, freshman, number 30, Malachi Cummings. For MDI, senior, number 34, Nate Philbrook. And for Presque Isle, sophomore, number 40, Xavier McAtee. For MDI, junior, number 54, Porter Isaacs. And for Presque Isle, junior, number 52, Connor Rydell. The officials in this game are Mr. Joe Cookie, Mr. Dan Girardin, and Mr. Martin Turner. The certified athletic trainer is Mr. Andy Husband of County Physical Therapy. Finally, the Wildcats and Trojans request that all spectators display proper sportsmanship at all times. Please do not move, taunt, or degrade coaches, players, or officials. Let's make good citizenship our number one priority.
All right, and as we bring it back here, we'll once again bring you the starting lineups brought to you by the County Federal Credit Union. For the Trojans, it's going to be Brady Renault, Caden Lunt, Jack DeCordy, Nate Philbrook, and Porter Isaacs. For the Wildcats, be Sam Bollier, Caleb Wheaton, Malachi Cummings, Xavier McAtee, and Connor Rideout. MDI will come out with the traveling green uniforms. Presque Isle wearing the home whites. Mr. Kluge, Mr. Turner, and Mr. Girardin are the officials for today's contest. The toss is up, and it's going to be controlled by the Trojans. And there's going to be a blocking foul just 4 seconds into the action, as it looks like Xavier McAtee will pick up the first foul of the game.
Different start than last game for sure. Not a lot of fouling in that last game in either half, really. In this game, 4 seconds in, we get a foul.
So we'll see Brady Renault at the free throw line. He's going to make the first free throw. And that will give us an opportunity to give you the injury report brought to you by County Physical Therapy. Whether you want to get back to sports, back to work, or simply back to living your life, County Physical Therapy can help. Visit one of their 5 convenient locations or online at countypt.com to learn how CPT can help you. As we see MDI with the offensive board get another possession, we can say that the Trojans coming into the game are all healthy. Connor Albertson for Presque Isle is injured and unable to play, as the long three was put up no good. Philbrook couldn't get the shot to go, but the Trojans keep possession. And now with the extra look, it's going to be Renault draining the three, 4-0 Trojans.
Yeah, they're going to have to clean that up. A lot of chances that time for MDI.
So, Wildcats with the basketball. It's going to be Wheaton out to Cummings. He's going to launch up a three and drains it.
Got a high release on his shot. Very good athlete, Malachi Cummings. Not only is he skilled, but gets up off the floor on his shot.
It's a 4-3 game, and now a team control foul. Looks like, well, yeah, it is. It's going to be Renault picking up the foul. So each team now with a foul here in the first 50 seconds of the game.
MDI going to pick up full court.
Nearly forcing the turnover, but the ball's going to be tipped out of bounds. That was last touched by Caden Lunt. Will allow the Trojans, though, to set up some pressure. McAtee gets the ball up to Wheaton. Wheaton starts his drive, has the ball knocked away. Lunt looks to try to make the outlet pass. It's going to be stolen right back by Sam Bollier of the Wildcats.
I'm not sure what he saw on that one. A lot of defenders there, like throwing into double coverage.
Cummings to Wheaton. Wheaton over to Bollier, stolen away. Renault with his head up, finds his teammate. DeCordy lays it up and in. Make it 6-3 now, Trojans.
A tough finish here by DeCordy.
And now, another turnover. There's good pressure, as that was DeCordy. Going to force a turnover. And We had an extra whistle. Wasn't sure if there was going to be a timeout. That's not the case. MDI will have the ball out along the baseline.
Brady Renault kind of got hurt. I think he's going to just get a quick sub here.
Ethan Merchant will check in here for Coach Norwood's club. Early on here, the first minute and a half, they've doubled up Presque Isle. It's 6-3. Cordy with the handoff now to Merchant. Ethan dribbling with the left hand now, decides to go right. Gives it to Cordy. Again, leads the team in scoring, gets into the lane, hangs, couldn't get the shot to fall. Rebound's going to be fought for. McAtee is going to step out along the baseline. The Trojans will have another look.
That's been an issue so far. We're only 2 minutes in, but that's about 3 or 4 offensive rebounds already.
Inbound pass comes in from Philbrook. Finds Merchant. Being guarded closely by Bollier. Drive by Lunt into the lane, hands it off, and no matchup for Porter Isaacs. 8-3 now, Trojans.
Presque Isle could use a bucket. MDI's a little bit of a run here.
And now a turnover. Merchant able to come up with the basketball.
Yep. When you go by somebody, you got to know they're coming from behind, right?
Big crossovers. Nice take to the hoop, Caden Lunt.
A tough finish there by Caden Lunt. Coach Cummings going to get a quick timeout here. Good timeout.
30-second timeout with 5:35 remaining here in the first quarter. It's 10-3 Trojans back in 30 seconds on WHOU.
Don't get flush traded. Get Rick Hannigan Plumbing and Heating to handle all your pipes. Master Plumber Rick is ready to get your pipes back in action. Give Rick a call today at 538-7131 and like him on Facebook.
Scoville Building Supplies may be a little store, but it's a whole lot more. You can find most anything you need at Scoville Building Supplies: plumbing, painting, lumber, windows, or doors. Everything you will need for your construction, remodeling, updating, or building. Call Scoville Building Supplies today at 425-3192.
After a quick break in the action in the timeout, Presque Isle commits a turnover. MDI with it. They're going to lay it up and in. Nate Philbrook able to get the hoop to go. MDI now has a 9-point advantage. It's 12-3.
MDI looking for opportunities to run and jump the ball.
Coach Cummings can't be happy with the results coming out of that timeout as McAtee left his shot short. It's a one-and-done opportunity as Philbrook's able to gather in the board.
Yeah, not a bad look. Just couldn't knock it down. Pascal got to dig in on defense and do a better job on the defensive glass.
Dump down pass from Lunt. Finds Porter Isaacs. First 3 minutes of this game have been all MDI. They've got an 11-point lead, and now a reach-in foul is going to occur. That'll get a stoppage in play.
Yeah, they're putting on a clinic in the half-court offense, too. It's not just the turnovers. That's just way too easy. One cut and about 2 passes and a layup.
We're going to see Eric Merchant checking in for the first time here for MDI, as well as Charlie Parker. If you've watched Coach Norwood operate over the last few years, you know he likes to shuffle players in and out. He's going to play probably close to 10 kids as Wheaton double pumps, drew some contact. He's going to have a chance to go to the line. Maybe give his team an opportunity to catch their breath, Rob, as they've been blitzed here early on by the Trojans.
Yeah, and you want your senior leader to do that. Look a little bit to get to the rim, get some foul shots, and get a little momentum back.
Wheaton misses the first free throw, though. He'll have a second opportunity, though. Wheaton's free throw is up and in. Brings it back to a 10-point game. It's 14-4. 4.5 minutes remaining here in quarter number 1. A drive, shot, put up, and it's going to be a player control foul, as that was Eric Merchant getting into the lane. Good job standing in and taking the charge.
Yep, good job by McAtee there. Big play. Looks like they've changed up their press now. It's a diamond and one.
Wheaton able to break the pressure, though. And coming in from behind and knocking the ball away is going to be Ethan Merchant, but the official said he reached in to commit a foul first.
That's going to be at least 5 fouls. I don't know if they get it up already. So they are racking up the fouls, MDI. 5 fouls in 3.5 minutes.
McAtee's going to look to inbound here for the Wildcats. Parker's going to guard the inbound. McAtee goes all the way across the court. Finds his teammate. That was Mason Fletcher, and it's going to be a turnover here for the Cats.
Right idea, pump fake, but the ball kind of skipped out of his hands into the into the wall.
Coach Norwood barks out instructions to his club. Merchant starts the offense, gives the ball over now, left side, it's Parker, being guarded by the freshman Cummings. MDI with his 10-point lead, 4 minutes left to go here in the first quarter. Strong take along the baseline, that shot's gonna be left short by Philbrook. We'll see who touched it last. It's gonna be a Trojan basketball. Really, Philbrook did everything other than put the ball in the hoop. Nice strong take along the baseline.
Yeah, that was a tough finish there. He was a little bit under the basket towards the baseline. But again, offensive rebound situation for MDI.
MDI able to get the ball in. We see Nathan Willett check in here for the Cats, and it's going to be Presque Isle basketball as that was last touched by the Trojans.
And Jude Mosher there, he would have been better off shooting that ball. He had a layup. He tried to make the difficult pass and ended up throwing it away.
Cummings with it for Presque Isle. Gets the ball over to Wheaton. Deep three, 4 feet beyond the arc. Can't get it to go. Rebound, though, picked up by McAtee. And not sure if he meant to do the pass between his legs, but either way, the ball found Willett. He laid it up and in for two.
Yep, good finish by Willett.
14-6 now, and now we have a whistle. Blocking foul will occur on the other end as end-to-end action. For your money, Rob, did he mean to pass the ball between his legs?
I don't think so. No, I don't know. But
when we get to cover the games in the
out.
postseason, we're going to have the access to replay. We don't have that during the regular season, but that'd be one of those plays you wouldn't mind seeing again. Either way, it's going to be a foul on Presque Isle as we see Eric Merchant at the free throw line making his first free throw. Foul occurred on Nathan Willett. And Merchant was able to make a pair. It's back up to double digits, 16-6. Trojans with a 10-point lead, 3:24 remaining here in the first quarter. Wheaton tries to take it himself. He does. Couldn't get the shot to fall. Willett, though, able to keep possession here for the Cats as Cummings goes between his legs. Finds his teammate McAtee to Wheaton. Wheaton gets in the lane, slithers in, finishes over the top of the rim.
Nice take by Wheaton. Good, strong finish.
MDI, 16-8 lead in the basketball. He's going to go inside, find Philbrook. Can't get the shot to fall. Rebound's going to be taken down by Presque Isle.
Great look. Just couldn't knock it down.
Cummings thought about launching a three instead. Pulls up, needs help, finds Wheaton. Wheaton being guarded by DeCourty. They swing it around to the Cats. And the ball's now going to be loose on the inline, picked up by Parker.
Presque Isle hasn't been able to get into a whole lot of rhythm on offense.
But now a steal. As you saw Wheaton come up with it, a couple players collide near midcourt. It's going to be DeCourty, I believe, picking up the personal foul. Wheaton a little slow to get up.
Yeah, he took a hard shot there. A little bit of a body block.
For DeCourty, that's going to be his second personal. 16 fouls now against the Trojans with still 2:20 remaining here in the first quarter. So Presque Isle down by 8. Could potentially be shooting a lot of free throws here in the first half. We'll have to wait to see what happens. There's a timeout on the floor. 2:20 again remaining here in quarter number 1. We'll be back in 30 seconds on WHOU.
Sorry, Dad.
Sure, you could get him a new car. You could also light a pile of money on fire.
Sorry.
Because as long as Mr. It wasn't my fault takes the wheel on occasion, maintaining this car is your best option. So keep it running longer, stronger, with quality parts and a whole lot of Napa know-how.
Dad, where are you going?
Tim Tweedy, Rob Moran back from Presque Isle High School. Still in the first quarter, the score 16-8. MDI with the lead, and now they have the basketball after a steal. It's going to be Eric Merchant taking it himself, lays it up. A lot of fans from Presque Isle want to know why there wasn't a charging call. Either way, MDI gets the 2 points. It's 18-8. And now a foul.
Good follow by Parker there. That's going to send Malachi Cummings to the line. So those fouls have cranked up quick for MDI. You're going to do that sometimes when you press, but those ones where you're reaching across the body like that, it's a foul every time. So
Eric Merchant picked up the personal. We'll see Porter Isaacs check back into the game.
Coach Norwood cannot be happy about getting that many fouls this quick.
As Cummings makes the first. So he's earned himself another free throw. The subs continue to come in and out of the game fast and furiously. Maddox Lorendo will check in here for the Trojans. Cummings misses the second free throw. So it's 18-9. Minute 50 now remaining here in quarter number 1. Parker with it. Rips through, gets by Cummings, puts up a floater, no good. Wheaton fights for the rebound, falls into the hands of Isaacs. And if the ball, well, it will go out of play, otherwise it was going to be a backcourt violation. So Presque Isle will have the ball out along their own baseline after the miscue for the Trojans.
Get another offensive rebound, though. They're giving up a lot of size, but got to do a little better job on that glass for sure.
Inbound play comes in. McAtee able to come up with the basketball. The rebound's going to be cleared by Will Hodgson.
Yeah, that was a strong rebound by Hodgson.
Inside, Isaacs posts his man up, gets it to go.
Yeah, that's just a physical mismatch there. Isaac's about 6'4", probably around 240 or 250, a big rugged kid. And
yeah, Willett probably giving away 60 pounds or so.
Yep, and probably 4 inches as well. It looks like that might be a foul on Isaac. So
strong take from Wheaton. And it is going to be Porter Isaacs picking up the foul. Just his first. That's 18 fouls now against the Trojans. With still 1:06 remaining here in quarter number 1. Wheaton able to make the first free throw. Again, players continue to shuffle in and out. Connor Rideout back into the game here for Presque Isle. And Wheaton able to make a pair. Gets his team back within single digits. It's 20-11.
They're hanging around.
Will Hodgson works the ball around. Now to Renault. Dump down pass. Again, it's Isaacs. And again, he just powers it up as he goes right through Malachi Cummings. Not much Cummings could do on that one.
Yeah, what's happened a lot is they're beating their man off the dribble out on the wing, and the help comes, and then they're dumping it to people. And how you combat that is you have to have good rotation from somebody up top, third guard rotation, and they haven't been able to do that.
Porter Isaacs does a nice job about finding that space, those little seams in the defense.
Yep.
He hasn't really had to work for shots, but he's done a nice job getting open.
Yeah, he's got 9 points. He's finished every time he's had an opportunity.
It's 23-11. 45 seconds remaining here in the first quarter. Another turnover for Presque Isle. Up to go on the other end, a layup up and in with Brady Renault able to finish.
Yeah, that's a tough catch by Renault and a good finish. An athletic play there.
Wheaton tries to break through some pressure, loses the basketball. It's going to be picked up by Caden Lunt. 25 seconds now on the clock. Thinking about it, Lorendo instead, they go inside. Who else? Porter Isaacs. It's a big first quarter. He's now in double digits with 11 points. MDI has a 16-point advantage.
Yeah, 27 points in a quarter. It's just too many. 10 seconds here for Presque Isle to get something good.
Wheaton, double teamed. Elevates, puts up a shot, no good. Isaacs with the rebound, and that's the way the first quarter is going to end. It was all Trojans for the first 8 minutes. They're going to take a 27-11 lead into the second quarter. We'll be back in 1 minute here on WHOU.
Pioneer Fiber to the Home is now available in Holton, Sherman, Stacyville, Calais, and Baileyville. Streaming live events in high definition like high school basketball is best viewed with the most stable and fastest connections. Pioneer Broadband delivers state-of-the-art fiber directly into your home to handle all of your most demanding internet needs. Don't get left behind with slower technology. Get the fiber you need. Pioneer Broadband.
This is Neil. Can I help you? You're where? I'll be right there. What'd you guys do? Giving steals! That's all you did? Yes! There's nothing wrong with that. I guess there is something wrong with giving away steals.
Still, this 2016 CRV SC now only $17,995.
I don't know why.
They were good steals.
Back at Presque Isle High School, ready for quarter number 2. It's going to be the Wildcats starting the quarter with the basketball. They trail currently by 16 points. It's 27-11. The Trojans with a big first quarter. As Cummings is going to be fouled. Maddox Lorendo is going to pick up the personal foul. Cummings will have a chance to go to the line for the final 1-and-1 here for Presque Isle.
Yeah, a little shot fake there and got kind of cross-checked. And he's going to get 2 or 1-and-1 out of it.
We're only 11 seconds into the second quarter and already 9 fouls for MDI, but Presque Isle not able to capitalize as they miss the front end. Lunt behind the head pass, maybe a little bit too fancy as Isaacs wasn't ready for it. Cummings takes it himself, can't finish in traffic. Rebound, shot's going to be put up and in for Presque Isle. That's going to be Noah Flynn, the senior forward, able to pick up his first 2 of the game. It's 27-13.
Nice follow by Flynn.
We had an update from up in Caribou. The Lady Vikings able to climb back into the game after trailing by double digits. As a steal here for Presque Isle. The score up there is 35-34. 2 minutes remaining in that contest.
Great hustle there by Renault, almost stole it.
Wheaton lines one up from downtown, gets it to go. And then a whistle in the rebounding action. Let's see.
I think that's against MDI, yeah.
Looks like it will be. So Presque Isle with an opportunity here to have a big possession. So the basket is good. And it's going to be Lunt picking up the personal foul. That's 10 fouls now on MDI. So going to the line for 2 free throws. You don't get to see this that often. That'll be Noah Flynn. Opportunity for a 5-point possession for Presque Isle.
Just what the doctor ordered, right? I mean, you're down 15 a few minutes ago. Now it's a chance to get it down to 9.
Score 27-16. Free throws up and good.
Good looking free throw.
So Flynn with the opportunity with 7:02 left to go here in the first half. He can get this game back down into single digits. Second free throw is up and good as well. So good possession for the Wildcats as we're going to see Sam Boyer check back into the game here for Presque Isle. They're going to have a chance to load some pressure up. They've got this back to a 9-point game. Here, Coach Cummings yelling for his team to trap. And now a near steal, but they're going to say Flynn reached in.
Good hustle, though. Just a 4th-team foul, so no harm done, really.
The foul on Caden Lunt was his second personal for MDI. That foul for Flynn is just his first. MDI is going to have the basketball out on along the sideline. We're going to see Philbrook dump down pass again. It's going to be Porter Isaacs.
Yeah, he's making a living down there, isn't he?
My goodness.
Just catching and laying it in, and he doesn't miss the layups.
Presque Isle has had 0 answer for him so far. As Cummings steps into a deep 3, no good. Rebound cleared by Ethan Merchant, and now, well, he nearly lost it. MDI able to keep possession. 3-point attempt going to be put up from the corner, in and out. The Corey shot would not fall. Right there, though, once again, is Porter Isaacs. He gets the hoop and the harm off the offensive board. He's got a chance for a 3-point play.
He's not a high flyer, but what he does have is great hands. You know, he doesn't have a huge vertical, but he's got a big body, and he gets to the spot, and he's got awesome hands. He kind of tipped that one to himself and went up, took the hit. He's 2 for 2 from the foul line as well.
The junior's having himself quite the first half. He's on pace for about a 50-point ball game.
Yeah, he's got 16 right now.
And a steal. Back they're going to go the other way. Merchant is going to lose it behind his back, though. Presque Isle will have the basketball. It's 32-18 is the score. 6:15 remaining here in the second quarter. Presque Isle trailed by as much as 16, got it down to 9. The lead's back up to 14 for MDI after Porter Isaacs has scored the last 5 points. Wheaton being double teamed wherever he goes. Able to swing it over Cummings. Now they're in the corner, and Flynn's going to take steps.
Right idea. He's just going to put that ball down. I like the aggressiveness by Flynn. Both teams pressing.
It's been a breakneck pace here so far in the first half.
Absolutely.
And now a reach-in foul is going to occur. Looks like Sam Boyer from here.
Yep, that's the 6th. So soon MDI, next one, they're going to be in a 1-on-1 as well.
Presque Isle once again, though, is going to load up with some pressure here. DeCourty needs to get the ball in. He will. He'll find Renault. Back to DeCourty. Again, he leads his team in scoring, about 15 points a game. He has the ball currently, guarded by Flynn. Works it around now, Philbrook, and a foul will occur.
Yep.
It's going to be a team control foul.
It's on Isaacs, pushing his defender in the back, and that for Presque Isle, that was good defense by Connor Rideout. Beat him to the spot, and Isaacs leaned on him, and he's going to have, well, maybe he's not going to the eye. He's going to go to the bench with 2 fouls, so that's a big play there. Good job by Connor Rideout getting position.
Lunt, DeCourty, Eric Merchant, and Isaacs now for the Trojans all have 2 fouls. There's still 5:54 remaining here in the second quarter.
Yeah, that was a good call by the official, too. He was right on top of it, and it was a pretty blatant push in the back.
Wheaton swings it over. Fletcher able to drain a baseline jumper.
Good-looking left-handed shot by Mason Fletcher.
Hodgson gets into the lane, some contact, no whistle either way. Presque Isle's got a chance to look to push. And right straight to the rim, laid up and in. It's going to be Caleb Wheaton.
Yep, that's a beautiful take. Caleb Wheaton had a pretty strong half here. That's 10 points for him.
Back to a 10-point game. Parker gets in the lane for MDI. And reaching in over the back, I believe they're going to call this on Will Hodgson. Although Parker was in the area.
Listen, Malachi Cummings, yeah, that was on Hodgson. Chopped at the ball, came across Malachi Cummings' head. So we're going to get 2 shots out of it.
So the score is 32-22. There's still 5:19 remaining here in the second quarter. Because of the number of fouls that have occurred so far, it's been kind of a long first half already as Cummings is able to make the first free throw.
One thing you know about the Presque Isle boys, they're not going to give up. They play hard right to the last bell.
Cummings has the game back in single digits. It's now an 8-point lead. Presque Isle, once again, just won't go away. 32-24 is the score. DeCourty in the lane, can't get the first shot to go, sticks with it. His putback up and in.
How quick was he up off the floor on that miss? Reminded me a little bit of Keegan Gentle. Just bounced straight up.
Over everybody's heads. Presque Isle needs to get the ball over midcourt before the 10-second violation. They do. Cummings, nice feed in along the baseline, and Hodgson had to commit the foul. Otherwise, it was going to be a very easy 2 points for Connor Rideout. So Hodgson's going to make him earn these from the charity stripe. But, again, the fouls continue to add up. Yeah. That's now 5 players with 2 fouls for MDI.
Beautiful dish there by Malachi Cummings. Love the fact that he didn't force it up, made the nice drop off.
And 13 team fouls so far on MDI. And still 4:52 remaining in period 2. So kind of been 2 stories to this game so far. The hot start for MDI opening up the big lead, but also all the fouls on MDI allowing Presque Isle, with the clock stopped quite a bit, to stay close from the free throw line. It's 34-26 after a made pair. Rideout able to get them both.
Presque Isle had still struggled on the glass, even with Porter Isaacs on the bench. That's really been the difference in the game, is the offensive rebounding for MDI.
Merchant goes baseline, puts it up and in. Nice screen as DeCourty was able to help free his teammate up.
That was a good screen. In the NBA, that's probably an offensive foul, right? They call that all the time.
Here's Wheaton. Pull-up shot, little contact, no good. We wanted to know why it wasn't a foul, but they're going to continue to play as DeCourty feeds it over. Ethan Merchant. They're going to go inside. Hodgson lays it up and in over 3 Presque Isle defenders.
Beautiful pass by Mosier there.
Scores 38-26, MDI. Exactly midway through this second quarter. Cummings gives the ball up to Wheaton, left side. Receives a screen, now picks up the dribble. It's Cummings, and a player control foul is going to be called as Philbrook stood in and took the contact.
Yep, good defense there. Good job moving your feet there. That's hard to do out front like that and take a charge.
We'll see Cummings go to the bench for Presque Isle. Mason Fletcher will come back in.
That's 2-1 Cummings.
Ethan Merchant advances the ball up the court over the midcourt line, and traveling violation.
Yeah, sometimes, just speeding the game up. You may not get the turnover that you want, the bad pass or whatever, but just speeding it up causes turnovers.
Goes right out with the shot he wanted after Presque Isle was able to break pressure. couldn't get the shot to fall, and then a frustration foul is going to be committed. They're going to walk the other way.
Yeah, that's going to be on Xavier McAtee, I believe, and it's going to be a one-on-one for MDI. Tough break there. You got to finish those layups.
Yeah, it could be a 4-point swing, as you saw a wide open look, and Rideout just unable to get it to go. For McAtee, he picked up his second personal. Now 8 team fouls against the Wildcats. At the free throw line, Nate Philbrook makes the first of 2.
MDI now 6 out of 7 from the foul line, so you'll take that if you're Coach Norwood, I'm sure.
Malachi Cummings back into the game here for Presque Isle. Second free throw is up for Philbrook. Can't get it to go, so he makes 1 of 2. Presque Isle with the ball, trailing by 13. It's Cummings. Finds Wheaton, guarded by Parker. Left side, beyond the arc. Hands off, Cummings. Thought about it, Wheaton. To Cummings, high release, lets that three-pointer go, up and in. Malachi Cummings with a good-looking stroke. That's his second 3 from that spot. Gets it back to a 10-point game.
Good-looking shot there.
And now, it's going to be a turnover. Sam Bollier will have it here for the Wildcats. He's going to force the issue as he gets into the lane, wanted to dump it off to Connor Robertson. It's going to be tipped out. I should say Connor Rideout.
Going to be Presque Isle ball underneath their own basket. I'm sure they'd love to get it down to 6 or 8 points. Keep it there, right before halftime, or even lower if you can.
Cummings, nice play, finds McAtee inside. Right there, equal to the play, was going to be Jack DeCourty with a nice block.
That was a great block. That play worked perfectly from Presque Isle, but DeCourty made a better block.
Left-handed take, a little off balance, no good, as Philbrook couldn't get the shot to fall. Presque Isle with a chance to get it back within single digits on this possession. Wheaton lets one fly and gets it to go.
Caleb Wheaton had a great half. 13 points for him.
It's 39-32. 2:20 now remaining here in the first half. Presque Isle hanging tough. It was as much as a 16-point lead for MDI. Presque Isle has it back within 7, but Cordy on that made shot is going to push it right back up to a 9-point lead.
They seem to be able to get great touches in the middle of the paint whenever they want to, Tim.
Wheaton able to break pressure. Coach Cummings wanted to know why that wasn't a kicking violation. Merchant fakes it, gets into the lane, can't get the shot to go. Again, the offensive board's killing Presque Isle. Philbrook had a good second opportunity look, but he couldn't get the shot to fall. Wheaton kicks it out, Rideout, can't get the shot to fall. And going in hard, crashing into the wall was Rideout. Gets up a little gingerly on the other end. Shot's going to be up and good by Philbrook.
That's a tough shot by Philbrook. Caleb Wheaton was right in his face, and Philbrook pulled up and made it.
It's 43-32. End-to-end action here. Wheaton gives it to McAtee on the inside now. Rideout. His shot no good, but he was fouled.
That's going to be on the Hodgson, so that's 3 on him. I believe it's on him. I didn't see anyone else around the play.
Yeah, you could almost tell by Hodgson's reaction that it was going to be on the senior forward. So, at the free throw line, we're going to see Connor Rideout.
On a 2 for 2 from the line so far today.
That'll be 1 of 3. That ball touches about every part of the rim, but just would not fall through. Brady Renault checking back in for MDI for the final minute 13 here of the first half, as Hodgson with those 3 personal fouls will go to the bench. Free throw up for Rideout and good. 43-33 is the score. Presque Isle again will put some pressure on, and again, both teams continuing to shuffle players in and out as Noah Flynn checks in here for Presque Isle.
Got to be doing that in a game like this, right? Up and down. Both teams are just breakneck pace.
Philbrook swings the ball over. Renault can't get the shot to go, but a foul's going to be committed. By his reaction, it looks like it's going to be on Mason Fletcher. It is.
Gotta love the way the MDI kids they're catching it and they're looking to go to the hoop. And it's all of them. The first thing, they're not thinking about jacking threes. They're thinking about dribble penetration, maybe shooting a three off that, or looking for the slot pass for the layup. And they've gotten a lot of those.
Those high percentage shots as Renault's able to bury the first free throw.
Like I mentioned before, they're generally making the free throws too. They're up around 75, 80% from the line, and lots of good things happen when you do that.
At the line for his second free throw, Renault puts it up, left is short. Renault, though, somehow able to come up with it, and then a foul is going to be committed by Presque Isle. So they'll go right back to the free throw line, and now each team in the double bonus, as that's the 10th team foul against the Wildcats. Second personal on Caleb Wheaton.
And again, offensive rebounds, and maybe not the best foul there. If a guy's out of control and he has to make a really difficult shot, it's easy to say from up here, but you're better off not fouling him. That was kind of going to be a tough shot by Renault.
Renault makes the free throw. It's 45-33 now. Renault has a second free throw coming his way. He dips. He's going to make a pair. So it's a 13-point lead with a minute left here in the first half of play. MDI in control at the moment. McAtee dump down pass in underneath, finds Flynn. Flynn's going to take steps O's. He changed pivot feet.
Nice pass by McAtee. Tough break for the Cats there.
If Libby Morrow, after the first game, Rob, we saw how hard she worked. If she's not the most tired person in the gym, it's going to be the gentleman down entering the subs in and out. It's on about every whistle. There's 3 or 4 kids checking in and out here.
Yeah, lots of subs. He's earning his money today, that's for sure.
Merchant with the handoff over to Lorendo. Now back to Renault. Try to go inside. Wanted to find Philbrook. Wheaton's going to come up with the basketball. He's got 30 seconds with which to work.
Nice defensive play by Connor Robertson there.
Rideout works the ball out to Fletcher. Now to Wheaton.
Connor Rideout, excuse me.
Caleb Wheaton crosses up. His defender, Brady Renault, but he's going to just pull it back out. Down to 10 seconds now. Presque Isle wants the last shot of the first quarter. Inside they try to go, and the pass was just a little too hot for Rideout to handle. Bowyer's pass. Bounce pass a little bit too strong.
Yeah, tough catch there. And you got to ask yourself, what's he going to do with it that deep in the corner there? But great steal by Bowyer.
Well, Bowyer, instead of taking it himself, unaware how much time was left, he made the extra pass. And it's going to cost Presque Isle 2 points. So after first 16 minutes of play, it's 46 for the Trojans, 33 for Presque Isle. Don't go too far. Coming up here on the Katahdin Trust Company halftime show, Rob will be speaking to the Presque Isle Athletic Director, Mark White. We're going to take a 2-minute break. We'll be right back here on WHOU.
At the Maine Baseball Academy, our top priority is to create an experience of advanced learning and skill development for all ages. The YMCA Indoor Turf Facility has many resources that we use to our advantage while developing young athletes. Our top-tier coaching staff includes Director of Operations Ryan Lincoln and John Fry, Searsport District High School, Cody Collins, Bangor Christian Schools, and Cam Archer, Old Town High School. Follow us on Facebook at Maine Baseball Academy or call today for more information. Lincoln Power Sports is the leading ATV, snowmobile parts, accessories, and outdoor equipment dealer in Lincoln. Whether you're looking for the latest new products from BRP, Can-Am, Skidoo, or today's best clothing and accessories, we've got it. It's no wonder riders and customers trust Lincoln Power Sports for ATV and snowmobile service and installation of parts and accessories. Stop by our store or browse our extensive online catalog from anywhere in the world. Call 207-794-8100. We would love to hear from you.
MMG Insurance is a proud sponsor of high school basketball. Founded in 1897 and based in Presque Isle, MMG has independent insurance agents across Maine, New Hampshire, Vermont, Pennsylvania, and Virginia. MMG has recently received a national award in innovation, was recognized as the Maine Company of the Year by the Maine Insurance Agents Association, and again named among the best places to work in Maine. Find out more about MMG by visiting our website, mmgins.com. MMG Insurance, protecting your piece of the world.
TheCounty.me, your source for county-wide sports, including scores and highlights from the greater Holton, Presque Isle, and Caribou regions. We also are the source for all the latest daily news and community happenings for readers of the Holton Pioneer Times, the Star Herald, and the Aroostook Republican and News coverage area. Visit us now on the web at thecounty.me.
Welcome back to Presque Isle High School, where we are at the half of a 46-33 game. Very entertaining game, up and down. Both teams working really hard. With me now is Mr. Mark White. Mr. White, thanks a lot for being with us.
My pleasure.
Athletic Director at Presque Isle, and I was saying to Tweedy, and you can ask him, one of my favorite ADs to work with. Things always seem to be the way that you probably don't see it this way, but my point of view is when I come here for whatever, things are taken care of. You're always around, and there's never any disasters at Presque Isle, but maybe you feel differently on that one.
Oh, we have our fair share of disasters, but really it's a tradition by all those folks who came before me. Jeff, since I've been here, Jeff Bearden, Eric Waddell, Dave Heald, and Frank Keenan prior to that. It's teams come a long way, and the last thing they should be doing is looking for locker rooms, somebody to open the door for them and show them where to go. So, we take pride in here, but I'm just sort of maintaining and what's come before me.
Right, and probably using a lot of the same practices. Really, some of the things that work for them.
Well, yeah, absolutely. There's no real need to create the wheel. The distance between MDI and Presque Isle hasn't gotten any shorter over the last 15, 20 years. So no, we just want to be sure that when coaches come, that they can keep themselves concerned with coaches. Referees can referee. You media folks are taken care of, and it just provides a good atmosphere for everybody.
Now, being a B school, you guys have a ton of sports. What are some of the challenges of having the large amount of sports that you guys have at Presque Isle?
Well, the challenge always now is participation numbers, and we've lost a swim team because of participation numbers. When I first started here 27 years ago, we had actually a freshman girls basketball team that hasn't been up and going probably for the last 15 or 16 years. So, regardless of how many sports you have, it's always participation numbers. But, one of the things that our new superintendent, Ben Greenlaw, and I have talked about, and, it's often the conversation is centered on football and volleyball, is that, we want to be in those conversations because we want to know. We're always out looking for a way to provide opportunities for our kids, but still maintain the high participation numbers or the participation numbers that we have in our other sports. So, there are absolutely no plans for either volleyball, girls volleyball, or football, but, we always want to be in those conversations and serve our students. But as our enrollment declines, it's tough. And as you know, Rob, the first thing that you're always concerned about are your JV programs.
Right, exactly.
So no, it's a problem nationwide, I think. I just got back from my national ADs conference in Washington, and there's a lot of talk about that. So it's not just Presque Isle or Caribou or Aroostook County or the Big East or PVC. It's all over, not only all over the state, but also nationwide.
Yeah, it certainly is, and we're feeling the pinch in Holton too, for sure.
And the thing that amazes me is you look at basketball in Presque Isle and Holton. We've had some great teams over the last 10, 15 years, but it doesn't always translate into numbers, and that's it. But I will say this: our golf numbers are up, our soccer numbers are up, our cheerleading numbers are up. So. With that, they're also the momentum is moving in the right way for some sports.
Right, and I think that's true in Holton too, at least in soccer, especially on the girls' side.
Yeah.
Maybe not so much on the boys. Tell me, you probably don't have a favorite sport, but what's your favorite time of year to be athletic director? What are some of the things versus maybe some of the non-favorite things?
Well, I think
I enjoy the fall season quite a bit. I really, I play golf. I enjoy soccer. And it honestly has the less weather issues. This time of year is tough because being in the PVC and being sometimes, 3 hours one way from you're guessing weather, 8, 9, 10 hours in advance, and sometimes you do. Sometimes you get it, and sometimes you don't.
Yeah, that's hard.
But I think if I had to pick a sport that I find, or season that I find the biggest challenge, and that's just baseball and softball. I mean, it never snows any less, and it's hard. And one of the lucky things that we have in being in the PVC is that we do play a lot of our home games come at the end of the schedule. Rick Sinclair down at Herman does a really nice job to help us out there. So, we try because you get one doubleheader backed up and it backs up the whole league. It really does. So.
Yeah. There's pitching concerns with that too,
of
course.
Yeah.
Just real quick, for anybody out there that doesn't know, Mark is the son of Bob White, and we had him on a couple weeks ago up in Caribou, one of my favorite people, really helped me a lot as far as becoming a soccer official. And your dad's a pretty accomplished guy. You must be pretty proud of him, aren't you?
Oh, of course.
5 Hall of Fames, I think you told me.
Yeah, I was going to soccer games with him when I was probably elementary school, whether they be in Caribou or we've been to Deer Isle, Stonington,
right,
Jonesport, Beals. Yeah, and I think I always knew that contact with him and what he did was going to have some influence on what I did. I just didn't know how and when.
Right. Well, listen, we appreciate you being with us. Always very accommodating when we come up here, and when we hit you up we'll probably hit you up at the tournament too, probably.
I hope a guest. It does, yeah, as long as we're there. I'll just be glad when we get there.
Yeah,
so,
yeah. I think you got a good shot.
Yeah, I do too. Yeah.
So we appreciate you being with us, and we will take a 1-minute break on WHOU.
Hi from Jeans, where you'll find better TV and more ways to enjoy it. Get 190 channels for $59.99 a month with Dish. Plus, get a free voice remote on us. And remember, we're also trained Nest Pros and deliver white glove service for all kinds of smart home solutions, like the Google Nest Learning Thermostat or the Google Nest Cam Outdoor, which lets you look after your home from anywhere so you can travel worry-free. So come and visit our newest location on Stillwater in Bangor, or visit us online to find a local store near you.
Aroostook Limousines and Ace Rent-A-Car get you there in style. Aroostook Limousines has 8 and 12 passenger limousines and a 20 passenger party bus for evenings out, proms, weddings, birthdays, concerts, whatever the celebration. Travel anywhere in-state. And Ace Rent-A-Car specializes in insurance rentals and has locations in Presque Isle, Holton, and Patton at Savage Paint and Body. Ace offers everything from compact cars to vans. Ace Rent-A-Car. We do it right and we make it easy. Reach both businesses at 768-7368.
Back ready for second half action here on WHOU as MDI started the second half with the basketball, but right out of the gate, Presque Isle coming up with a steal. Turn of possession as Malachi Cummings puts up a 3, and it won't go. It's going to be last touch out of bounds. The ball go back to the Trojans. Rob, why don't you go ahead and wrap up some of the first half scoring?
Sure. MDI was led by Porter Isaacs with 16 points, and Brady Renal had 9. Presque Isle was led by Caleb Wheaton with 13, and Malachi Cummings had 8.
As they try to go right back inside to Porter Isaacs, and went through his hands, but eventually off the head of Sam Bollier, so the Trojans will keep possession.
Looking to go high-low there. And they had a great shot at it, but couldn't quite gather that pass in Porter Isaacs that time.
Renault with it here for the Trojans. Swings it out. Philbrook now to Lunt. Caden's going to lose the ball, but they're going to say a reach-in foul. A little bit of a late whistle, but probably the right one as Bollier committed the reach-in foul.
Yeah, Presque Isle, I think they're trying to cover the paint a little better, maybe taking a few less chances. That time the ball goes into Isaac, but he couldn't make the catch. Ball goes out of bounds. Here comes MDI's press.
He didn't do much wrong in the first half, did Isaacs, but we were saying he may have missed one shot. Not sure if he even missed that many.
No, he certainly did some damage.
Cummings is going to go inside. McAtee, he's going to be blocked by Isaacs as he came up against a mountain.
Isaacs did a nice job staying vertical there.
Player control foul is going to be called against Caden Lunt. Is standing in to draw the contact with Sam Bollier.
Yeah, Sam Bollier works really, really hard. I'm impressed with his effort level.
Caden Lunt, that's foul number 3. 7 minutes here on the clock left in the third quarter. Malachi Cummings breaks the pressure. Step through move, no good. Rebound is going to be taken down by Nate Philbrook.
Not a bad shot. Good up and under by Malachi Cummings. They just couldn't quite finish.
Philbrook swings it out to Cordy. Back to Renault. Gets up and it's going to be stolen away. Boyer. Renault racing back. Picks it, lays it up and in himself.
Nice play there by Sam Bollier. Tough finish. Contested, but he's able to knock it down.
Back to an 11-point game. And just like that, racing down end to end, it's Jack DeCourty. Pushes the lead back up to 13. It's 48-35.
DeCourty, pretty smooth player.
Wheaton, nice pass. Lays it off. It was contested, though. Rideout couldn't get the shot to fall. Foul's going to occur, though. Porter Isaacs.
That's a huge play. That's 3 on him.
He's not happy about it, but it's going to be a foul most often.
Yeah, I think he maybe had him a little bit with the body. And the other thing is his left hand. His right hand was vertical. His left hand was down, kind of had chopped down. And a lot of times that's officials will call a foul on that.
Rideout, though, unable to capitalize as he misses the first free throw. We're going to see Hodgson check back into the game, as will Ethan Merchant. Second free throw is up, and again, it's no good, but Rideout able to track down his own board. Cummings passed up the 3, get in the lane. Tough take along the baseline. And then Hodgson's going to lose it. Cummings lays it up and in.
Malachi Cummings, Johnny on the spot there. Hodgson threw it right to him. Cummings was able to finish.
Good outlet pass. Ethan Merchant, perhaps, a little fortunate that the pass made its way through. Renault lays it up and in for 2. Bollier tries a long 2. It's going to be no good. And last touch by Presque Isle.
Good look, just left it short. Here comes some pressure by Presque Isle.
It is once again time to give you the injury report, brought to you by County Physical Therapy. Whether you want to get back to sports, back to work, or simply back to living your life, County Physical Therapy can help. Visit one of their 5 convenient locations or online, countypt.com, to learn how CPT can help you. And as that shot's going to be up and short, but MDI will keep possession. We can tell you that it's as it was at the beginning of the game. Connor Robertson, the only injured player, plays for the Wildcats, as that 3-pointer is up and good. As DeCourty drains one from the baseline. It's a 16-point lead now for MDI.
Great look by DeCourty.
Here's Wheaton. He's been quiet. Finds Cummings. Pulls up at the free throw line. Kicks it out. Wheaton. His 3-point attempt a little too strong. Bollier is going to earn his team another look, though. As Wheaton, this time, dumps it off. Rideout gets a shot to go. Hodgson came crashing in, trying to rotate. He was a little too late. Committed the foul, and Rideout with a chance for a 3-point play.
That's Connor Hodgson's 4th foul, too.
So Isaacs with 3, Rideout with 4. So MDI is going to lose some size on this exchange as Maddox Lorendo will check in for Will Hodgson. 4:49 remaining here in quarter number 3. The made free throw here. Rideout can get his team back to within 13. He misses a free throw, though. Rebound brought down by Philbrook. Renault, kind of in between decisions, decides to pull up. Rebound taken away by Xavier McAtee.
A strong rebound there in traffic.
Cummings forces the pass. It's going to be tipped and knocked away. Cummings wanted to try to find Rideout. Instead, DeCourty kicks it out. Renault may have gotten away with steps. He's going to lay it up and in.
Good move, though. I agree with you on the steps, but a nice rip through and go.
And Coach Terry Cummings wants to have a timeout to talk things over as there's 4 minutes, 20 seconds left to go. Here in the third quarter, we'll take a 60-second break and be right back here on WHOU.
Hello, this is Tony Bowers at Bowers Funeral, and we want to wish good luck to all area basketball teams, boys and girls, as you strive for the gold ball at the end of the season. We are proud to be a part of your communities and our family serving your family since 1900. Good luck, play hard, and above all, be good sportsmen.
Be good for Nana, okay?
I love you. That's not me.
A moment like this is decades in the making. The County Federal Credit Union, partnering with you to achieve financial success so you can enjoy the moments that matter. CountyFCU.org.
Welcome back here on WHOU as right back in the action for Presque Isle. Coming out of the timeout, it was Caleb Wheaton putting up a three. It was no good on the other end. Shot was put up, and again, that was no good by Lorendo. Right back there to finish a shot, MDI. And it's DeCourty, put it up and in. He's clutching his left shoulder.
DeCourty had a big third quarter here so far. 7 already in the quarter for him.
MDI has pushed the lead up to 18 points. 57-39, midway through the third quarter. Here's Parker, and he's going to be called for carrying the basketball. So Presque Isle will get the ball back.
MDI's had a big lead a couple times, Tim, and Presque Isle's been able to battle back into it, but trading turnovers there.
Presque Isle just going to throw the ball away on the inbound. MDI will have it. Philbrook finds Parker along the baseline now. He's going to bring it out top, back to Philbrook. Now to Parker, tries to go inside, and a foul is going to be called against Caleb Wheaton.
A little push in the back there, looking to go into DeCourty in the post, and Wheaton got a little physical with him.
That's 3 personal fouls against Caleb Wheaton. 2 here in the second half for Presque Isle. As Parker establishes position in along the left block, now he's going to kick it out. Ethan Merchant in the lane, and a player control foul is going to be called as Merchant tried to force the issue a little bit.
Nice play by Xavier McAtee there. That's a second charge of the game he's drawn.
Checking in here for the Wildcats will be Mason Fletcher, wearing number 34. MDI, though, is going to have a chance to put the press on as Fletcher loses the basketball. The unforced turnover is starting to add up here for the Wildcats.
Absolutely.
Merchant gets in under Wheaton, lays it up and in for 2. It's the biggest lead of the game. MDI is up 59-39. It's a 20-point advantage. And another turnover. Presque Isle having a hard time to even establish their offense.
Yep, absolutely. Most of those turnovers are leading to layups, too, is a problem.
Here's another look at one as Merchant gets in the lane. Wasn't quite a layup, but a shot from 6 feet, lays it up and in.
Too many deep touches.
Here's Fletcher, gets it up to Wheaton. Back to Fletcher. Presque Isle moves the ball out along the top of the key. Ball's going to be lost, and they're going to say Parker touched the last for MDI. Checking in here for MDI is going to be number 24. That's Eric Merchant. And for Presque Isle, Noah Flynn back into the game. We did get a final score from up in Caribou as it was the Ellsworth Lady Eagles able to make the trip up to the county and pick up a victory. And a close game. It was a 4-point win. Boys game, if not underway already, is about to start as DeCourty frees himself up along the baseline, takes it, lays it up and in. Rob, this is turning into a track meet as MDI has opened up a 24-point advantage.
Again, a lot of layups.
Cummings nearly lost control. Coach Terry Cummings has decided he needs to stop the play, talk to his troops. 2:12 remaining here in the third quarter. 63-39 is the score. We'll be back in 30 seconds on WHOU.
Want that special item for this year's high school basketball season to show your team support? Cushman & Sons, locally owned and operated in Presque Isle, has team sportswear and will do custom embroidery, screen printing, logo design, digital and printing, as well as banners, decals, and other vinyl works. Cushman & Sons also can design trophies, awards, and add specialty items. Cushman & Sons, 764-3833 or CushmanandSonsInc.com. And don't forget to visit and like their Facebook page. If you can think it, Cushman & Sons will say, yeah, we can do that.
Back live from Presque Isle High School here on WHOU. Tim Tweedy, Rob Moran, Ricky Kupalo Running the camera for us today, Tim Youngfellow back at the station along with Chelsea Gentle running production. It's a 24-point lead for MDI. Presque Isle, though, with a good possession coming out of that timeout as we see Mason Fletcher able to lay it up and in for 2.
Nice pass there by Malachi Cummings, too. Good backdoor cut by Fletcher and a good pass by Cummings.
As Parker is going to travel for the Trojans. So the score, 63-41. Presque Isle finding themselves down by 24 points. Cummings looked for his teammate Flynn, can't get that shot to go. Rebound taken down by the Trojans. In the lane, fancy dribbling as Brady Renault set up Charlie Parker. That's a pretty 2.
That was pretty play. Beautiful by Renault. Unselfish, too. He probably could have shot that.
Wheaton breaks pressure, lays up a floater, gets it to go.
A nice little soft shot there by Wheaton.
Renault gets into the lane, a little contact. It's going to be a blocking foul by Caleb Wheaton's reaction. That may be on him, and if it is, it's going to be his personal foul number 4.
You're almost in a situation, though, where you got to roll with them, right? I mean, down 20, we'll see what happens. But
yeah, I got to agree with you, Rob. I mean, minute 20 left here in the third quarter, but finding yourselves down 22, you can't take your leading scorer on the season out of the ball game. Free throw is going to be up and in for Brady Renault.
Looks like he's going to get a quick breather.
Coach Cummings is going to send Sam Bollier into the game.
14 points for Renault.
You know, that's really not in a lot of minutes because Coach Norwood plays so many players that, were Renault to play a 32-minute game, he could have 20, 25 points. He's that type of player.
Yeah, and DeCourty, too, is a very good, smooth player. MDI's got some firepower. They're going to be in their perennial team in Bangor, and they're going to be back there again, it looks like.
67-43 is the score. Shot's going to be put up from along the baseline. No good. Rebound taken down, though, by Sam Bollier. Another look for his team. He lays it up and in.
Nice play by Sam Bollier there. Good rebound and good take to the basket.
And a nifty take there by Raider Renault. Not sure how he was able to get that shot off. Kind of caught it one-handed, laid it up and in.
Yeah, he's working on a 10-point fourth quarter. Up in the neighborhood of 10 points.
Bollier swings a pass around. Fletcher kicks it out. It's going to be Cummings able to bury the 3, his third of the game.
1-3 by Cummings. Got unlimited range, really.
69-48 is the score. Renault gets in the lane, puts up the contested shot, no good. Presque Isle with Renault on the ground can look to push, take advantage of it. As Cummings puts up a 3, no good. Offensive board, though, by Nate Willett. And a reaching foul is going to be committed. It's going to be team foul number 5 with 10.7 seconds left here in quarter number 3. Presque Isle's got a chance for the last shot here of the third quarter. Bollier will look to inbound the ball. Philbrook will check in here for the Trojans as Bollier will look to inbound. That was Eric Merchant's third personal. It's Cummings. Going to turn the ball over.
Nice pass.
Renault catches it, lays it up and in. And that is the way third quarter is going to end. Right now it's all MDI. They lead Presque Isle 71-48. We'll be back for the fourth quarter in 1 minute on WHOU. Back live here on WHOU, getting ready for fourth quarter action here at Presque Isle High School. As going to be Wildcat basketball. The home team trailing by 23 entering the fourth quarter. McAtee picks up his dribble. Swings it around right side. Fletcher uses up his dribble, finds Cummings, and he's going to turn it over. The freshman looked like he was going to try to dump it down to Xavier McAtee. Instead, throws the ball out of bounds. Again, both teams continue to shuffle players in and out. Presque Isle will set up some pressure. As Renault gets the ball in to Parker. And Merchant, they're going to call a 3-second violation. I believe they're going to get Porter Isaacs camping out in the lane.
Yep, stayed in there a little too long. He was looking for, first he said a pick, then he was looking for the post up. He never left from the pick to the post up.
Here is Cummings. He's trapped. Picks up his dribble. Needs Bollier. And a turnover for the Wildcats. Is trying to find Fletcher in the corner. Bollier threw that ball away.
Yeah, tough catch there. Catchable, but a tough catch for sure.
Yeah, it's kind of MDI's pressure. I mean, even if Fletcher was able to come up with that, he had nowhere to go. So he was kind of pinned in the corner. MDI speeding the game up and forcing the Wildcats to make decisions that they might not normally want to make.
Pretty good ball pressure all the time from MDI. Nothing real easy.
DeCourty gets in the lane, takes it. They're going to say it's a player control foul. Standing in to draw the contact, that's Nathan Willett.
A nice take by DeCourty, but good job by Willett. Presque Isle does a great job taking charges. Somebody didn't like the call. Sitting next to us, we hear a voice. It's a terrible call, but I thought it was a good call, actually.
Well, it's a 23-point game, too. So
yeah.
It's not a game changer by any means.
No.
That is the third personal, though, on DeCourty. 6 team fouls now in the second half against the Trojans. 7 minutes still left in this contest as Bollier works it around, found right out. Presque Isle will swing the ball. Cummings elevates from the free throw line. Nearly banked it in. It's going to be knocked out of bounds. And last touch by Presque Isle, Xavier McAtee.
Presque Isle picking up man.
We're going to see Philbrook inbound the ball. He's going to find DeCourty.
DeCourty, one of their bigger players, but also shown he can handle when he needs to.
He's working against McAtee, now finds Parker. He gets in the lane, throws up, an acrobatic shot, won't go. But Parker will have a chance to go to the free throw line as it's going to be Bollier picking up the foul for Presque Isle. That's his third, team's fourth here of the second half. And going to the line will be Charlie Parker.
Charlie Parker, the only sophomore on the team for MDI, all juniors and seniors, but very talented, very athletic, and done a nice job for them. He did a nice job in our game earlier in the season, too, when we had MDI over at Holton.
Caden Lunt going to check into the game here for the Trojans as Parker's second free throw is up. He makes one of two. The score is 72-48. Trojans with a commanding lead. Malachi Cummings with the basketball. Gets it over midcourt, finds Bollier, left side. Going to swing it around, right out. Wants to take the 10-footer, can't get it to go. Sticks with it, gets his own putback.
I'd like the follow by Connor Rideout. He's had a solid game.
DeCourty, though, right back the other way. Presque Isle not even able to get back on defense. MDI inbounds so quickly.
They do. You just got to fly back.
Bollier, dump-off pass. It's going to be Rideout, laying it up and in.
First thing those MDI kids do when they get the ball is look down the court. They've had a number of outlet passes today for layups.
In the lane, a little contact as Parker had a leaner, and they're going to say he was fouled on the shot.
Kind of a late call on that one, but I think it was a correct call.
Rideout picks up the foul, his first. Going to the free throw line once again will be Charlie Parker of the Trojans.
See up in Caribou, Tim, the Vikings are up 14-7.
Impressive start for Caribou. I'm sure there's a huge crowd up there today.
Yeah, I bet you Ellsworth traveled well too.
I'm sure they did. Most of the crews throughout the state able to get out and clear some snow in the night. And if not, they did the rest of it this morning. So, and with folks having, a lot of folks having New Year's Day off, not everybody, but a lot of folks do. I'm sure that there is a big crowd. Of course, that's one of the biggest gyms really in all of northern Maine. As an unforced turnover is going to occur as Connor Rideout, Malachi Cummings just could not connect. It's kind of been that type of day here so far for Presque Isles. They find themselves down 23 points, 5:50 remaining here in the fourth quarter. Caden Lunt swings it around. Nate Philbrook. Lunt inside. It's going to be an easy hoop for Porter Isaacs. He did that all the first half. Quiet second half so far, but that's kind of been the story, or was the story in the first half, is Porter Isaacs.
Help side awful late getting there that time.
And an easy lay-in. It's Jack DeCordy as this gym's kind of gone quiet. And Coach Terry Cummings takes a timeout with 5:18 remaining here in the fourth quarter. It's a 27-point advantage. We'll take it as well. It's going to be a 60-second timeout right back here on WHOU.
Excellence at ground level is what you get with J. McLaughlin Construction in Holton. Founded in 2012, the company plans the construction of streets, residential areas, and commercial buildings, and they are involved in both public and private projects. Their high-quality work and many years of experience have earned them an excellent reputation and a loyal client base. Regardless of whether you need a detailed plan for a building or would like to build a road, J. McLaughlin Construction is your reliable partner for all your engineering needs. Call J. McLaughlin Construction at 532-6335 or 694-2546.
Katahdin Valley Health Center, or KVHC, is a network of 6 community health centers dedicated to providing affordable, comprehensive, and high-quality care to people of all ages and incomes. We accept all patients and insurances, including those who are uninsured or on main care. Our committed patient care team is here for you, offering an extensive range of services to provide you with quality health care. We're creating healthy communities starting with you. Call or visit our website today.
Back live here on WHOU. The score 79-52. MDI with a 27-point advantage here over the Presque Isle Wildcats who have the ball, but it's going to be turned over to Cordy. Takes it. Misses the lay-in all by himself. He hasn't done much wrong today, but that was a wide open look. I thought he might try to throw it down. Not sure if the big fella is capable of it, but
I bet he'd come close. He's pretty athletic.
He missed that opportunity.
Yeah, that would have put him over 20 points for the day, too. So
he's not going to feel quite as bad with a 27-point lead than missing that layup than if it were a close contest. As we see Wheaton launch up a three, and it's no good in the rebounding action. A foul is going to occur. Looks like possibly Philbrook. No, instead it's going to be DeCordy picking up the foul. That's his fourth. And so that's also a team seventh. So at the line for a one-on-one opportunity here for Presque Isle is going to be Xavier McAtee. And he's going to make the first, so he's earned himself a second free throw. Xavier gets the ball back from the official. Puts it up, and he's going to make a pair. So it's 79-54. Once again, on the other end, Presque Isle not getting back on defense. DeCordy finds himself wide open for a layup. Rob, you gotta hate to say it, it's kind of turned into a layup drill in some ways for MDI.
Yep, absolutely. They've gotten a lot of them, that's for sure. And if I'm just looking down on the box score, they've got 2 threes today. MDI does. They've probably hit a couple perimeter jumpers besides that, but most of the damage is coming from the paint.
As Porter Isaacs picked up his fourth personal. We see at the line Caleb Wheaton, who missed the first. It's now 8 team fouls against MDI. Wheaton makes the second, though. 81-55 is your score. Lunt goes behind his back, gets over midcourt, finds DeCordy. And then in the lane, strong take up and in. Porter Isaacs gets the shot to go. Had a defender on his back, Rob, and just powered it up and in.
Yeah, he's a big, rugged kid, and he, like we said, he's got great touch around the bucket. Shot a lot of layups today, but he's had to make them, and some of them have been contested. He never looks out of control either. You know, he face squares up every time he makes his free throws. That's 3 for 3 from the foul line.
The other thing he does, I mean, given the fact, you know, he's a big, strong kid, but he also posts up well to make for an easy target to get the ball into him.
Yep.
You know, a lot of times kids will just stand there and expect somebody to deliver a perfect pass. Isaacs does a good job of making it easy for his teammates. As we're going to have another foul occur. So as fast as this first half was, the pace goes. Second half has slowed right down. A lot of whistles, a lot of fouls. As Wheaton able to make the first of 2. And there were a lot of fouls in the first half too, but things have really kind of slowed down here. As Wheaton able to make both. It's 84-57. MDI with the lead. Blunt finds DeCourty now. Left side, beyond the arc to Parker. Out top. Parker working against Wheaton, uses up his dribble. Dangerous pass. Lunt, though, able to come up with it.
Very patient on MDI. If they don't have what they want, they take their time and get something better.
Isaacs is going to be fouled. As coming in late to defend was Connor Rideout, and he made contact. So we'll see Porter Isaacs go right back to the line.
And probably if he doesn't foul him there, he's out of position. Isaacs is turning around, laying it in, so not the worst thing in the world for Presque Isle. It's academic now, but, you know, you still don't want your man to score if you can help it.
Porter Isaacs at the line for the front end of a 1-on-1. And he's got a nice soft touch as he makes the first. He's well over 20 points at this point. What do you have, 16, 17 at halftime?
Yep, and he's got 22 right now, working on 23.
As he does make a pair. .345 remaining here in this contest. MDI is going to leave Presque Isle with a 3-4 record. As Wheaton misses that baseline jumper. Stolen away, though. McAtee is going to put up a long 2. That won't go. Parker with the board. Parker decides to pull things out.
All right, they're going to be patient now. They're working on some stuff. Isaac posting up strong down there.
Parker drives, kicks it out now to Cordy. Finds himself open. He says, I'll take it, and he'll make it.
Yeah, he's had a nice second half, too. Ended up with, he had 6 at halftime, but he's had a huge second half. He's got 18 in the second half.
It's a 32-point lead for MDI and a turnover here for the Wildcats, who are just out of sorts. And mass substitutions here for MDI. As Jeremy French will check in for the first time in this contest, as will Grady Wellman-Webster. Back into the game is going to be Ethan Merchant, as well as Will Hodgson. And Presque Isle, too, will sub some players in as Jude Mosier will check into the game here for the Wildcats. Noah Urema will check in as well, as will Jacob Devine. So all sorts of new players into the game here for each team. Mason Fletcher checking back in.
Good chance for some players here to earn a few more minutes, Tim. You know, go in there, do something good, play a couple minutes. Maybe the next game you play 4 or 5 minutes.
Three-point attempt going to be put up from along the baseline. Is going to be off the mark. Urema couldn't get it to go. Offensive board, though, for the Wildcats. Another three-pointer. That one's going to be off the mark as Devine left it short. Rebound taken down by the Trojans.
Let's see how this NBI second unit runs offense. We know the first unit ran great offense.
With it, it's going to be Maddox Lorendo. Out top now, French in the corner. Finds his teammate, Wellman-Webster. MDI, very patient, as you've said. Three-point attempt is going to be up. Bree Wellman-Webster cannot get that shot to go. Rebound cleared by the Wildcats.
A good-looking shot, just didn't knock it down. Left it short.
A steal. Here's Ethan Merchant. The junior looks to push. Finds his teammate. That was Wellman-Webster. Couldn't finish, but he drew a foul.
Good run there by Grady Wellman-Webster.
So that is now 18 fouls against Presque Isle with 1:37 left here on the clock.
Chance to get in the box score for Grady.
And he's able to do so. And you can hear his teammates
Happy
cheering
bench
the
over
youngster
there.
on.
Yep.
Looking ahead for each of these two teams, MDI plays next on Saturday. They're going to play at MCI, both the boys and the girls. The girls game starting at 2:30, the boys somewhere around 4 o'clock. For Presque Isle, they're at Waterville this weekend. They'll play on Saturday as well. And the boys game starts at 3 o'clock, the girls at 4:30. For Presque Isle, that's going to be 2 points up and in. Nathan Willett able to get the 2 points.
Strong rebound there by Nathan.
90-59 is the score. Now a steal. Devine takes it. He glides, but can't get the shot to go. He's getting back and challenging. It was Grady Wellman Webster, and then he took it the other way. And the official is going to blow the whistle. It's going to be a player control foul against Wellman Webster.
Yeah, Mason Fletcher, you got to give it to him there. He took a shot to the chest in a 30-point game with less than a minute left. He got hammered.
And a traveling violation is some miscommunication, and Devine just took an extra step. But under a minute remaining here in this contest. And for Presque Isle, they're going to drop to 3 and 5. For MDI, they advance to 3 and 4. And the two teams, the two schools, are going to earn a split today as the Presque Isle girls pick up a big point-worthy victory in game number 1. MDI boys here in game number 2. As the ball's going to be put up and in by Nathan Willett. Merchant with it for the Trojans. Kick it out. Hodgson to Merchant.
Yeah, Merchant's looking to feed other people. He's been in the game, he's played. He's looking, nice pass there.
He found himself so open, he decided to lay it up and in. That's going to be the final 2 points of the game. As our final score here this afternoon is going to be 92-61. It's going to be MDI pulling out 31-point victory. We'll go ahead and we'll take a 1-minute break, and when we come back, we'll wrap it up with the Pat's Pizza post-game show. Don't go too far. Back in a minute on WHOU.
Madigan Healthcare Services provides a continuum of healthcare, from skilled nursing facility, rehab therapy, to home healthcare.
After 5 days in the hospital, they suggested that I come to the Madigan. The level of care, the service, the respect that they showed me, even the aftercare, everything about it was really excellent, and I feel healthy. So the services that I've received at the Madigan have enabled me to get back to those things that I really love to do.
Get a jump on your future by exploring your possibilities at Northern Maine Community College. The team of faculty and staff at NMCC will position you for a lifetime of success. With over 35 degree and certificate programs, including our newest offerings in water treatment technology, you will be amazed at how quickly your new skills will open a world of opportunity. Visit us online today at nmcc.edu. Northern Maine Community College. Succeed here.
Welcome back here on WHOU as we are in the Pat's Pizza post-game show as we're wrapping up. It was a 2-game set here in Presque Isle. In game number 1, it was the Lady Wildcats with a last-second victory as we saw Libby Morrow put up a shot right at the buzzer. Her team picking up a 41-39 victory. Game number 2, it was the MDI Trojans pulling out a 31-point win. 92-61 is the final score. And Rob, I'm not sure if you've had a chance to total up any of the scoring, but if you have, let's go down and run through it.
Sure, let's start with Presque Isle. They were led by Caleb Wheaton. He had 16 points. Malachi Cummings with 14 points. Connor Rideout with 9 points. Nathan Willett with 6. Mason Fletcher with 4, Xavier McAtee with 2, Noah Flynn with 4, Sam Bollier with 4, and Jude Mosier with 2 for their total of 61 points. And MDI, they were led by Jack DeCourty, who very impressive player, 24 points. Porter Isaacs with 23 points. Brady Renault with 19 points. So that tells you something, right? 3 kids right there, almost 20 points each. Nate Philbrook with 5 points. Will Hodgson with 4. Charlie Parker, 6. Eric Merchant with 2. Ethan Merchant with 4. And Caden Lunt with 2 for their total of 92 points.
A couple things we learned here today is now with Presque Isle on a 7-game win streak after dropping their home opener. That's on the girls' side. They're going to be for real, and they're going to be, I think one of the last teams standing potentially in the postseason. As they look like they can compete really with anybody. And on the other side, in the boys' game, MDI boys, they're still not above water yet. Their record is 3-4, but they've played some tough opponents here so far. And by the way, Coach Norwood's team looked this afternoon, they're going to be a team to be reckoned with. They entered this contest, Rob, as the number 14 seed. They'll get some points out of this. They might go up to, who knows, 12 or so, 13, whatever. It is. It's a long way to go, for a month or 5 weeks before we're really looking at the Hill Point Sac closely.
Right.
But chances are,
lots of things can happen.
Yeah, they're probably going to be, if they're able to get through a prelim game, maybe like a 8-9 type seed. That's not a team that one of the top seeds are going to want to draw in the quarterfinals.
No, max effort with the Presque Isle boys. They always play hard, and some athletic kids who can get hot and fill it up. So you never know for sure.
Looking ahead at what we've got on WHOU right now, you can switch over onto the North Stream. It's the Ellsworth Eagles and the Caribou Vikings. And really when we looked at it on the calendar, one of the premier matchups on the season, but last you looked, it was a big lead for Caribou.
Yeah, it was 34-15. It's uncommercial now, but 34-15 at one point. And I think that was with about 1:20 left, and I believe Ellsworth took a timeout. Somebody took a timeout, and Caribou up 19 at that point. It's got to be at the half now. It's on commercial now.
Not sure how many folks expected that, but certainly when you and I get all packed up and back into the car, we'll tune in to see what happens in the second half on that one. Other games coming up on WHOU tomorrow night will be at Alumni Gymnasium. In Holton, it's going to be the Stearns girls bringing in their perfect record of 9-0, taking on the Holton Lady Shires. They'll bring you coverage somewhere around 6:45 as tip-off starts at 7 o'clock. And we're also scheduled to have Foxcroft and Old Town Boys tomorrow night at 7 o'clock. Once again, coverage beginning somewhere around 6:45. For us, we want to wrap things up here from Presque Isle High School. Now, again, we hope you enjoyed today's broadcast. The final scores were 41-39 Presque Isle girls picking up the winning game number 1. It was 92-61, the MDI Trojans beating the Presque Isle Wildcats in game number 2. And on behalf of our crew, first we want to wish you a very happy new year as we were enjoying this last day of break for me before getting back to work tomorrow at the school. And
About time you had to go back to work. I haven't been on vacation like you.
You've been putting in like 2 and 3 hour days.
That's not true. That's not true. I did take some days off, and a couple short ones, but that's not true.
Well, I'll ask your wife. She'll tell me the truth. I'm not sure if I trust you.
Come on.
But we are back in action tomorrow, and then things really get cranked up as we're about to get real busy. As I looked at 2 weeks from now, we're going to have like a 6-game week, and we've got a lot of action coming up here.
Some big games coming up for sure for all the teams. You just mentioned it. Tournament seeding usually in January. If you're going to make a run, it's got to be now. If you're on the outside looking in, you don't want to be too far on the outside looking in, because at that point even a decent-sized win won't do enough for you. So teams still early enough. You don't have to panic, but you got to start getting some W's and some points.
Well, again, on behalf of the crew here, for Tim Youngfellow back at the station running production and Chelsea Gentle right alongside with him. Ricky Goupel was on camera today. Rob Moran on the color. I am Tim Tweedy. We want to thank you for tuning into this broadcast. Tune in tomorrow night as we'll be at Alumni Gymnasium. Coverage will start at 6:45. We'll have the Holton Stearns girls. Until then, good night, everyone.